This message is going to be a little different. I had a long, good prayer and deep meditation today, and the divine showed me a vision of a redirection, of a reset, of an activation, okay? And the message I got was place them this way, okay? These are 3 different spiritual books, doctrines, different religions. The message that's coming through is that I never meant to, I never signed off. This is what message I'm getting from the divine. I never signed off on religion. I never signed off on religion. Take what you can from everything. Take what you can from everything. Meaning there is something in all of these books, all of these cards, everything that exists in our earth, in our world. There is something that God intended for us to take from all of it. Not exclude this or that. Okay? I'm getting that even in the energy of darkness, there is a message in that as well. Okay? Take what you need from everything. This is incorporating the shadow sides of ourselves for our highest good and for the highest good of humanity. Now I know that sounds weird and strange, but if you think about the shadow aspects of yourself, what is that? For example, somebody is addicted to something. That is the energy of ride or die, loyalty, 10 toes down in whatever that is. If we utilize that energy for our highest good and for the highest good of humanity, it will benefit us, it will benefit our world. So the divine is really saying today, take what you need from everything. And in this read, we're going to take what the divine guides me to from all 3 of these books. We're going to pull a few cards on them and see what other messages want to come through. But this energy of religion is not designed by God, was not God's intention for us. God's intention for us was to learn the lessons that we need to learn, go within, deep within, to retrieve the insight, the knowledge, the gifts that God put on the inside of each one of us, and use whatever that is to help humanity continuously ascend, to reach a place of consciousness that the ascended masters have reached. So we're going to get into this and see what messages want to come out. So let's take a few long deep breaths. Inhale light force energy. Exhale and release anything that is just not feeling good to you, anything that is weighing on you, anything that you are worried about, any anxiety, any frustration. Visualize that leaving your body, mind, and spirit with every exhale. Most High God, Divine Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, divine beings of the highest white light, please come in and connect with me. Please allow me to channel the current energies for our loved ones to reveal what we need to know. Let there be none of me and all of you. Archangel Michael, please protect our energy from any adversity, any outside interferences that seek to disrupt this message. Ashe. Okay. Chapter 48. This is the Qur'an. Wow. A blackout on my screen. Wow. Somebody don't want this message out, but it's going out. Okay, it is going out. This chapter of the Quran is called Al-Fath. Chapter 48. Number 17. No blame shall lie on the blind, no blame shall lie on the lame, and no blame shall lie on the sick, if they do not join the fight. Yet he that obeys Allah, God. Allah means God. Allah means source. Okay? So keep that in mind. And his messenger, he will make him enter gardens served with running streams to keep them green and flourishing. But he that turns his back, he will inflict upon him a woeful punishment. Okay? So this is the energy of those the divine is saying, I'm not going to blame those that are blind, sick, or unaware, okay? But those that intentionally go against the divine, go against what God truly desires for us, a woeful punishment will be upon them, okay? I feel like the divine is guiding me to this chapter because this is, if you've read the Bible, you know that the terminology is different, but the intention and the content is exactly the same. Okay? It's just written by someone else, God given a different name, just as the same as different cultures have a different way of saying the same name. It's exactly the same. But people that have their own objective have created their sector, their religion, to separate and exclude the same information. Okay? So this that we're reading now, there's an energy, a heavy energy in our world right now that God is displeased with. Okay? He that turns his back, okay? There's a lot of energies, especially in religion at this time. Every time you turn on your television, if you have one, you are seeing this great fall of these religious leaders, okay? And this is who we have placed all of this high honor on. The darkness is within these places, okay? Now, that does not mean that everything in this book is God's plan and God's way of teaching us. That is why that message came through about take what you need, because all of this in here is not accurate. A lot of this is perspective. A lot of this is ulterior motive, but a lot of it is also true. Okay, we know that if you intentionally go against the divine, God, the chosen, the will of the divine, there will be a woeful punishment upon you. There will be karma. Okay, your actions have consequences. That is what this chapter is about. So I feel like this particular passage, the divine is talking about what is being seen in our world right now. Those that have turned their backs. So let's pull a few cards. Which one? Let's see what wants to come out. Listen. Now, what did I say about the darkness and the shadow being utilized for the good? It says the first power, darkness makes vision possible. This means if you are carrying the energy of light in a dark place, it provides the opportunity to see what's going on. This is also giving the energy of shining a light in your dark spot, whatever your shadow side is of yourself. Okay? I'm getting the energy of anger. Somebody could be very angry right now and not really knowing what to do with that energy. Not really wanting, I don't want to say that because they just stopped me. Okay? So somebody in the energy right now is angry about a situation, angry about someone that maybe has turned their back on you, or turn their back on a cause, or I don't know. And whoever I'm picking up as they stop me, you do want to use that anger to drive your point home to somebody. But this message is coming through right now because the divine is saying that allow that darkness, allow that shadow, allow that anger to fuel you. Okay, because whoever you are, they're showing the heart right here. That is not what your heart desires. Okay? There is definitely heart healing that needs to be done. There's also an energy of you needing to channel that anger in a passionate way. Anger is passion. Strong feelings about something. So there's this message is coming out because I feel like definitely somebody has turned their back on someone here or betrayed someone in some type of way. And the divine is saying to you, utilize that energy, utilize that passion in a way that's going to help you heal, in a way that's going to help you help others heal. Okay? Very, very powerful energy on this. I'm going to pull one more and clarify each one. What else, Holy Spirit? Remembering, I know who I am. This is what the divine wants for us. When we incarnate here, those that signed up for our soul missions, for some type of purpose or calling on our life, and even those that are not really specifically chosen for that, all of us have some type of purpose that the divine wants us to remember in this lifetime. We have temporary amnesia when we incarnate here. We are placed in a family, okay? And I say that because we choose where we want to go, okay? Before we incarnate. I know this is getting deep and we're going to start getting into some deeper stuff on this channel. Our soul chooses where we want to be. The families that we are placed in, we are meant to be this light. Once we awaken to who we are, we come here. The divine sends us through a series of challenges and tests so that we go within to discover and remember who we are, and then we shine our light wherever we are. Look how powerful this light is. This person is in a subway, it looks, and this light is permeating and touching a little bit of everybody. Okay? I feel the energy. I'm getting a particular energy off of this. Now, I feel like it says, but he that turns his back, okay? Now, notice this person has their back turned to everyone else. So I feel like the divine is guiding you, whoever this is that has been betrayed, the divine is guiding you to remember who you are. Once you go within and utilize this anger for your highest good and the highest good of humanity, okay? First start with you, because whoever you are, you ain't worried about nobody else right now. That's just period. I don't feel like you're worried about humanity right now. It's not that you don't care, it's that something has hit you and temporarily knocked you down. And this is a part of your soul mission, whoever you are. This was meant to happen to you. You were meant to be hurt in whatever way you were hurt, so that you would go deeper within you, find a way to channel this anger. And even though it seems like you're ready to just be like, forget these people back here, okay, I'm turning my back on that right now. I'm worried about me right now. But I feel like you are about to remember who you are. And once you do you see how this light, whatever that pain and anger was that caused you to start turning your back on others, it's almost like, I don't want to deal with anybody anymore. This person broke me down to the studs, okay? Put me in this dark place, okay? But within that dark place, you are going to start to see. You are going to start to remember exactly who you are, and you are going to help a lot of people, okay? Notice how small the light is here around the heart space, okay? With this darkness energy, it's going to go. Look at the contrast between the two of that light expanding, okay? This is really beautiful. And this is what happens. It happened to me. It's going to happen to me again. Anytime the divine wants us to get something across, anytime we begin to get a little complacent, anytime we start to forget who we are. This, for example, this morning, I'm not going to go too far in detail with what happened with my prayer and meditation, but it got real deep. It got real deep. I was like, hey, Holy Spirit. Am I about to go through another dark night of the soul right now? What's going on? Okay? But God said, okay, it's time to reset. I see you getting into a bit of a repetitious pattern, and that's not why you're here. You're not meant to just cruise. You're meant to shake things up. And in order for me to help you shake things up, I got to shake something up within you first. So that is what happened to whoever you are. Somebody betrayed you, turned their back on you, broke you down to the studs, left you in this dark place. Okay? And at first, I feel like you couldn't see nothing but red. You couldn't see nothing but anger. And I don't know what it is that's going to, I heard, sit with yourself. Okay? So you're going to be sitting with yourself. You're going to be sitting with yourself, and I feel like your guides are going to be able to reach you. They're going to begin to talk to you, connect with you, remind you of who you are, and set you free is what I just heard. But whoever you are, you about to be a cold one out here. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Oh my goodness. Listen, but they said turn it over. Soul work. Okay? I am in service of love, okay? I definitely feel like this betrayal energy had to do with love, with this heart space here. Some type of betrayal that broke your heart. It always does, right? But listen, the soul work that you are about to do, you are about to create some very, very powerful change in the world. And this is a part of your soul mission, your soul work, okay? This is so beautiful. Now, I'm also getting with no blame shall lie on the blind. Now, I'm getting, everybody got to face their karma. Everybody has to face their karma. There's no exemptions. Okay? I have to face mine. You have to face yours. And they have to face theirs. But with no blame shall lie on the blind, I get that the divine is telling you, don't condemn this person that did this to you. This person is asleep. This person cannot see. This person has not been awakened. Okay? I'm also getting the energy of sick, of mental illness. Okay? This person, I'm not diagnosing anybody. Let me get this disclaimer right here. This is general, not personal. Take only what resonates with you and leave the rest. Anything comes out regarding mental health, physical health, law, finances, family matters, legal matters, please do seek out professional assistance in those areas. Someone here could be dealing with mental illness. The bottom line about no blame, okay, is the divine does not want us to get stuck in a blame game energy. That does nothing for anybody. If I know who hurt me. I know very well who hurt me. I know that this person had a lot to do with it. Okay, this person, there's no other person that was involved. Okay, but me blaming them and that does nothing for me at all. It keeps that anger stirring up in me. It makes me want to retaliate and turn my back and sit in this darkness. And that will do absolutely nothing for me. Now, that don't mean that after something happened to you, you don't sit in there and contemplate, because that's just unrealistic to say anything other than that. But once you sit with yourself, like the divine just said, and you realize, why is God allowing me to go through this? Why is God allowing me to hurt like this? What is this? Okay, then you begin to ask questions. Then you begin to realize that none of these people around you in the 3D can give you those answers. Not in no church, not in no book, not in nothing. You sit there and you sit with yourself and you become open. You begin to clear out what's not serving you. And when you clear out what's really not serving you and you cut out the distractions, and you can begin to really hear the divine talk to you. You can begin to really hear your higher self come through. You and God, you and the universe, you and your spirit guides, then you'll start to see, they'll say, this is why you had to go through this. Maybe like me, you were an overgiver. Maybe you wanted to focus on making everybody's world peachy keen and neglected yourself. Maybe God wanted you to see that you are meant to give to many, but in a capacity that's going to help the world maybe go through what you went through a lot easier. I don't know, it's going to be different for all of us. Okay, but yeah, let's get you some clarifiers for these. I'm going to pull one for each of these cards. Listen, this is what it is. Sitting with yourself, there's no better card to describe that than Hermes. And Four of Swords, of course. Holy Spirit, what is darkness makes... Now this, Holy Spirit is speaking. The first power, darkness makes vision possible. So this is the divine basically saying, first, I'm going to create a scenario where you will sit in some darkness. Sounds kind of cruel, right? But if we didn't go through anything, if everything was roses and rainbows, we would not be in the place to want to change anything. We would want to keep everything the same. Okay? And humanity cannot elevate and ascend if we are all in a place of complacency. So the divine has to just do what the divine got to do, shake things up. What is the first power? Darkness makes vision possible. The Empress. Sitting with yourself, mothering yourself. And this is the energy of someone that has mastered the energy of all four queens and empowered. This is good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution. Okay? Evolution is very, very significant here. Just notice this person's sitting. Okay? That is the most important part here. I'm hearing divine mother energy. Whoever you are, you could already be a mother, but what you're going to offer the world in your soul work, okay, is mothering energy, is an energy of love. It says, I am in service of love. So whatever this heartbreak did to you, okay, you are stepping into this Empress energy, or you will be, okay? And you are seated here, and the light is beginning to shine, okay? I heard there's another one. Listen. Turn it over. Listen. Victim of some type of attacks, abuse. This person's wearing bandages. I don't know what you've been through, but you've been through hell. Okay? You have been through hell, and you are going to help others heal that have been through hell. People that have turned their backs on other people. You could be working with children. You could be helping children to heal from abuse at the hands of a parent. I don't know what it is for you, but it's profound. Whatever it is, you're going to help people. Listen, and as I said, as a parent, and now we have the Emperor and the Empress. So I'm feeling like whoever you are, you may very well be dealing with people that have endured child abuse, or domestic abuse, or just heartache. Whatever it is, you're going to help them come to a calmer place in their life. Now let's get remembering who I am. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for this message. This is helping me to remember who I am as I do this. I'm telling you, the divine will just come through and just snatch you up real quick. That is exactly what happened to me today. What's remembering who I am, Holy Spirit? Comment down below, I know who I am. Temporary setback, I heard. It's the same card, all that shuffling. Listen, did y'all see that? When you remember who you are, it says transition, moving on, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving to calmer waters, relationship ending. Okay? Now, is ending a relationship with yourself that was toxic? Because we're coming out of darkness over here. Moving out of that darkness, releasing that baggage, and moving on. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands, a new beginning. Okay, so you're about to have a new beginning. The divine just told somebody no. Somebody wants to know when. The divine is telling you no. Whoever I'm picking up on, that's saying when is that going to happen. They're like, no, you don't get to just jump through and see. You have to go through whatever this is. So they're not guiding me to give any insight on how and when and all that. But know that you are about to have a new beginning, and you are going to help create this new beginning. Once you sit with yourself and the divine starts to work with you, and you start to remember who you are going to help a lot of other people. A lot. Okay? Now, let's move on to, and you don't have to go here to do it. You don't have to go in any religious facility to do it. Okay? So now we're going to get the Bible. I heard no. So, okay. We are going to stop there. I'm going to do a part 2 because this video is going to be quite lengthy. So we are going to stop there. Let's get some advice for the Qur'an. The message from the Qur'an. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. We love you. so much. What does our loved one need to know here? This one too. Listen, thank you. What did I just finish doing? Showing gratitude. This is very important. Very important. Because while it looks like you're sitting with yourself and you're by yourself, you are not alone. Your guides are definitely giving you strength, helping you to cope, helping you to see how to move, helping you to open your spiritual eyes and overcome the obstacles, okay? And overcome your own self-deception and self-sabotage, and helping you to balance yourself out. Whoa. Okay. Your advice. It says divine assistance. Now, we just finished talking about showing gratitude for you're not alone and they are there helping you. The Holy Spirit is already speaking up in here. Okay. And this one, success. You are definitely, look at this crown on this person's head. My goodness. I'm talking about tapped in. Once you come out of this, crown chakra lit up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There's so much energy on this card. Whatever you're doing for your soul work, that's being of service, that is closely aligned with what you went through, is going to be successful. They want you to know this. It says, divine assistance, I am open to receive. Change me, divine beloved, into one who is willing to receive all the right help. Let me feel deserving of divine assistance in every way. Open me to receive. It looks like this person is out in nature, just laying on a blanket, facing the sun, allowing those downloads to hit. This is all about being open. And when you sit with yourself and begin to be open, quieting your mind, and for whoever I'm picking up on, you may have really had some difficulty quieting your mind. I'm definitely guiding you. You're definitely being guided to journal, to release that energy. Somebody is punching on a punching bag, so that could be significant. That's a good way to release some energy as well. Dancing. Yeah, somebody may be punching on the punching bag right now because somebody's anger with whatever this situation was, whatever it takes to release that energy, but also writing, journaling, writing a letter to the person that caused this or contributing to it, writing a letter to yourself, releasing all of this energy, okay? And then you're going to start channeling this energy through whatever work you're going to be doing. I love you, family. I really hope that the message helped you. If so, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, join the family. I would love to have you. Stay tuned for part 2. We are going to be diving into messages from the Bible. I love you so much. If you want to book a reading, email me at lightworksintuitivehealing@gmail.com. If you want to get a meditation, check out the Lightworks goodie bag in the description box. Just be mindful of the frequencies. It's all free. It's just a free resource I put together for us. But some of the frequencies are really strong. So be mindful of that and know that I am not responsible for how they feel for you. It's just because I love you and I want you to have access to stuff that really works. I use and trust all of them. If you would like to donate to the channel to show an offering of love, it's so appreciated, and it really helps me to keep going, to keep getting the resources I need to put 2 videos a day out for you guys. It's also helping me to get, Sage, Palo Santo, cards, books that I use, and just dealing with energy in itself is a lot. So I love you guys. I really appreciate all of you that have donated. All of you that have donated to the GoFundMe for my daughter. I really appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. The link to the GoFundMe, the PayPal, and the Cash App are all in the description box. Until next time, family, peace and blessings. Stay tuned for the part 2. It's going to be good. I love you guys. Ashe.